keep up.
Yep. Yep.
I was mad.
No, going back though about your question, I kind of got off track there. I do watch OFW regularly. I watch BCW, and I really like Nameless Flux. He's got an awesome league, so I definitely recommend you guys check it out. If you haven't seen BCW, he's got a few celebrity wrestlers. And like we said earlier, he's got Obama as a bad guy. He's got Sarah Palin as a good guy. And, it's cool. It's unique. It's different. I think he does a really good job at selling Obama off as a bad guy. That works. It's awesome. So, I do watch BCW. I don't watch it as regularly as I do OFW, but I'll go back, if I've got a few hours one afternoon and I'm home by myself, I'll hop on YouTube and go back and catch a few episodes here and there that I've missed and, try to catch up. I've watched a little bit of DWA. I watch SMF from time to time. There's some parts on SMF that I don't like, and there's some parts I do like. Just like I'm sure there's parts of RCW that the guys over there on SMF like and don't like. You're always going to pick out different parts of the show that you think is cool, and parts that you don't. I remember when I first started RCW, I was getting criticized like crazy about not knowing the names of wrestling moves. And it's not that I don't know the names of them. It's the fact that I was trying to sell off Michael Montgomery. You're not going to hear. There's about 5 wrestlers in RCW that Michael Montgomery actually knows the finishers. That's Wu-Tang Man, Wu-Tang Stunner, Smokey, Acid Splash, Osiris, Eternal Damnation, Chaser, Into the Chase, Dagger, Poison Dagger. The rest of the guys is like, oh my God, Adam Stryker just hit his finisher. You might see Chris Campbell do some freaking flip off the top rope, and it's called the Swanton Bomb, and Michael Montgomery's like, Chris Campbell did some funky flip out of the air thing. That's the comedy of RCW, is listening to Michael Montgomery screw up the names of the moves. And it's nothing, personal. Like, for instance, next week, when I do Rampage, I may screw up on Smokey's move. Just out of fun, not making fun of Smokey's character, but just to be funny. And a lot of people are not going to catch that because it's not crude rumor or crude humor. It's just on fly the moment humor. It's just out of the dark type humor. Unless you really are paying close attention to it, you're not going to catch that.
Yeah, but I'm going to get on with the show, and we've been talking about this one subject for a long time now. Go ahead and tell people your forum site, because I cannot never get it right, and you might as well go ahead and tell it so everybody will know.
Alright, let's see here. It is, give me just 1 second here.
Alright.
Okay, it's rcw-ofw.proboards100.com. And when you come to the forums the first time, if you're not a member, you're not going to be able to see any of the links to the shows. You can come on there and you can read like the Anything Goes forums and different things like that we have going on, but to be able to get the links to the shows, you're going to have to become a member. And by doing that, you'll access all the RCW forum, the OFW Heat, Extreme, CPB forums, and get links to every show that's ever been produced. And with RCW now, my main channel, of course, is RCW haduke. But since I've, had a few stalkers and haters come around, I've gotten to where I'm starting to upload my shows to different channels. And the only way you're going to be able to see my shows is by joining the forums and getting the links to them. I always put them in a playlist and I upload them on the forums. And I'm hoping by doing it that way I can eliminate some of these stalkers that come out there and want to file false copyrights and stuff trying to get to me,
Yeah, that's the way they always are.
We won't get back into that. And,
I think my last question.
I always got the option of going back to the lit. So,
It don't matter. I can watch it, so it don't matter to me. But on my last question, this will be my last question, so you can move on. I know you're a busy man and everything else, so I want to go ahead. What do you think? What do you like about my review show that nobody else can offer, and what do you think I need to work on? Like there's always something little that somebody needs to work on. What is exactly?
Let's see. I think the thing I like the most about your show is that you get into the action. You actually get in there and you, instead of just going a rundown of the matches and saying, okay, this is the rundown for BCW. Obama beat Sarah Palin. So and so beat so and so. Here's the rundown for RCW. Wu-Tang Man beat Johnny J. Smokey beat Dagger or whatever. You actually go in there and play by play. If somebody comes out, if the owner comes out and he starts talking, and you are actually telling what he said, and your voiceovers and stuff is really cool too. It cracks me up for some of them that you do. You change your voice for different characters and stuff, and that's what I really like about your show, because when you watching it, if you actually didn't watch the show on YouTube, you go watch your review show, you get the whole gist of it, exactly everything from start to finish what happened, and then you also throw in your own, instead of just telling the winners of the matches, you go in as far as to say, well, so and so beat so and so, and I'll tell you, it was a really awesome match. I was really shocked, and I don't know what's going to happen next. You guys have got to go check it out. So you throw in that much needed shout out for call owners. You don't know how important it is for the owners of call leagues to get as much advertisement, as much shout outs as possible, because that's what keeps our leagues alive. I know for a fact all the work I put into RCW, if I was only getting 5 or 6 people watching it every week, I wouldn't continue to do it, because it's just so much work. And to know that you've got people out there like, I've got Call all the time. I've got, Dagger or QM Dusho, he goes on the forums and he does reviews. You got Alex going on the forums and doing reviews. You got Nerdy Hippie going around doing his interviews of different characters and stuff. And the forums in RCW are so alive right now, with so many people going in and doing like role playing of their own characters, keeping the stuff alive. And I actually go in there and I read these role plays that these guys do, and that gives me feedback and ideas of, okay, well, right now I see these guys are over here talking crap about BMW. That's a possible future feud building up right there.
You talking about the top dollars or whatever?
Yeah, the top dollars, and the whole deal with YGA feuding with Vegas is Most Wanted. I got that idea from the forums. BMW started talking crap to YGA. YGA responded to it. And it's all in good fun too, and so that's feedback and stuff that I come off of. But
yeah, we don't get serious there. We just have fun and everything else.
And but yeah, so that's what's cool about your show, is that you can get people involved in the shows, and you give the feedback where it's needed, and people find out more about your show. Once you started reviewing RCW, it helped me out. I got a lot more reviewers. I got a lot more subscribers because of it. And as far as, constructive criticism, the only thing I could think would be, sometimes your volume levels are a little bit off, which, ain't that bad, because, just adjust your speakers a little bit, turn them down some, and that's just, different microphones. And it's not all the time either. Like right now, it's crystal clear. The last couple of shows I've watched of you, you've got it pat. It's crystal clear, perfect.
It's just that this new mic, it's just so easy to talk into and everything. If you yell just a little bit too loud, it'll go off.
Yeah. I know.
And if you talk regular, it's fine. But if you get excited, and you can't get excited. If you get excited, you can't understand it.
Yeah. I know how that goes.
But
the same way.
But I appreciate you coming on my show. I ain't gonna cause too much more of your time. We've been talking for a while now about all kinds of stuff in your league and around call and everything else. You have anything else you want to say to everybody before we send this thing off?
Well, I've got, the only thing I can really say is, I got Rampage episode 2 should be up probably over the weekend sometime, and I've got RCW Shockwaves coming back. April the 30th is the target date. And of course, RCW Revenge on June 4th, so that's coming up. We got Dagger, he's #1 contender, gonna fight for the world title. He has the opportunity to be the first ever character in RCW history to become a Triple Crown champion, win 3 titles. No one's ever done that. So Dagger is the first one to have an opportunity to do it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Rounds it up. I appreciate you inviting me on here, and hope everybody likes the show. And of course, if anybody's got anything else they want to ask me, they can always hit me up either on the forums or shoot me a message on YouTube, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Alright, man, that sounds cool to me. I appreciate you coming on my show and everything. But I don't know who I'm gonna have on the show next part, so y'all can just stay tuned and find out. It might be Boom, it might be somebody. I don't know. I never know anything anymore. But anyway, till next time, this is Smokey's View or Call. Peace.